working good though? Oh, we ain't gonna be able to hear nothing because I took it off of this and put it on just that. Let's see. What?
Ooh, my first memory of a DC character that I can really kind of like go back to. I mean, I think honestly it was probably Tim Burton's Batman, Michael Keaton Batman. That was really no, I think I saw Donner's Superman before that, but I'm mixing them up in my memory. So I'll just say Tim Burton Batman. That was like my real strong intro into the DC universe, and what a great one it was. I mean, just a fantastic one.
My first memory of a DC character is Adam West's Batman. I used to wake up on the weekends at like 6 in the morning to watch reruns of his show, and I had like Batman pajamas, and I'd sit there and cheer Adam West on.
It's funny because I don't know what my first DC memory is, because I feel like I grew up with DC, so I played the video games and I watched the animated shows, and it all kind of is one thing to me. You know, Cyborg isn't more important to me than Static Shock. You know, and in my head, the Teen Titans are all one character, and Batman is also part of the Teen Titans because they work together, and then the Justice League is all one thing, and then the video games you play with teams. So, like, my first memory, it's kind of hard to say. I can't really pinpoint one DC moment because every moment of DC is one big part of who I am as a person. So, I mean, I guess the easy answer would be, I mean, I want to say dressing up as Batman on Halloween, but that wouldn't make any sense because I was already a fan. You know what I'm saying? so I don't know what the first DC memory is. Just know that, hey, look, I've been a DC boy since the beginning. So.
Yeah. Hey guys, big fan, been watching.
I think it was Batman.
The discussion.
Yeah, I grew up wanting to be Batman and Superman my entire life. I had a Batman cape, Superman cape. Halloween, I was Batman and Superman. Those were like my favorite two superheroes. So I would have to say Batman. Sorry, Superman. Love you.
My first memory of a DC character would have to be when I watched the animated Batman Beyond series. I wanted so badly to play him because he wasn't Bruce Wayne. You know, he wasn't like the older guys, like this young teenager, super cool. Yeah, that's definitely. I must have been. I don't know when it came out. I think I was 4 when it came out. I think it came out. Unless I'm way off. I might be totally off base. But yeah, definitely Batman Beyond.
I remember when Batman came out in 1989, and I was 16, and I bought Batman suspenders. So for me, because I was not a big comic book guy as a kid, I waited for the movie so much. So when that first film came out with Michael Keaton, that to me just blew me away. I remember the summer, I was in Boston, and it was a huge summer for me. And I wish I still had this really silly Batman suspenders, because I rock them.
Well, my first memory of a DC character is when I was a little kid, getting my little Batman toys. I started an early collection of Batman figurines and, you know, the Legos and the Batman costumes for Halloween and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think about like 2 or 3 years old when I first really, you know, I mean, Batman was cool. I wanted to be Batman and, you know, have a cape and fly. And, well, I didn't get the cape, but I fly. I got wings.
My first memory of a DC character was when I was very young. I, for some reason, was always watching Batman and Robin, which I know is not everybody's favorite Batman movie, but it was mine. And again, I was just obsessed with Poison Ivy and Uma Thurman, and I wanted to be her, whatever that meant. So seeing her in that movie kind of started my obsession with female superheroes and characters from the DC universe.
But you ain't rich.
DC character is definitely
you ain't rich, so
seeing that symbol that came out.
Get that pass. You rich, so you get a pass. Okay, that's how it is.
That kind of blew my mind.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, can't nobody be Bruce Wayne if I can't be Bruce Wayne.
My first memory of a
I'm a
DC
certified
hater.
Now we getting to the bottom of this shit.
Yeah, I'm just seeing him on my comics, seeing him on
said
shirts, seeing him everywhere.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
I remember for some reason, Batman underwear. I remember he looked like he wore underwear, and he had the gray. Batman wore a gray suit, and he always had Robin. So, but even that, I think that's the Batman.
Yeah, I don't know where that was supposed to be going. That got weird. See how they all just look at that. Yeah. Now, what the hell happened? Okay, it's coming up. I think. No. We got the taskbar. No. Okay. What happened to the Is it gonna make you switch input or something? Or? Where's the cursor? Right there behind you. So what happened to the goddamn? Did it just go out? What did I do? Sometimes that happens when you switch to displays, because that used to happen to me whenever I hook my laptop up to a TV. Sometimes. Am I still streaming? Should be. Is it still? Yeah, it's still up. Yeah. Good Lord. Civility store. There we go. Well, luckily, we wasn't going yet, but whatever. Why they ask my age? I was like, before we start this, we need to know the year you was born. And yeah. Ain't this for all kids? Like, y'all not about to get rated R with this, right? Well, Suicide Squad is going to be rated M. Shut up. Okay, yeah, but it's not, you mean just the preview? Is that what it was because of that game? I don't know. What the hell happened to my sound?
Cleaned up the world.
There we go.
Saved the world from all the garbage and trash and pollution. So I don't know what that would be. I would have some power that would collect all the pollution, turn it into a little ball, and then I'd put it in my pocket and just keep it with me to protect the world.
I do. He did a couple lines. He's like, right now? Hold on.
Well, I mean, I think my superhero theme song already exists, and that's Eye of the Tiger, as reimagined in the original Shazam. I'm
cool with that.
But I don't know. What would my superhero theme song be?
Yeah. So I was like,
I mean, I would say that. I would say my superhero theme song is Eye of the Tiger, unless, of course, there's another song in Shazam Fury of the Gods that might replace that. You're just going to have to tune in and find out.
Unless he come back looking like John Cena, then...
Probably first song comes to mind is Stevie Wonder. Boom, 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 boom.
I mean, I like that, but I'm like, I would rather have him. Right, he looked more the part, but now I guess as Peacemaker, he can kind of go... He can do his thing. Yeah, he don't have to hold back because he got to be kid-friendly. So. Yeah, right. But honestly,
what is?
They don't even have to do that muscle suit. They can do CGI. Yeah. If they got enough money. But
dang it! Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. That's the best superhero theme song. It's not a DC superhero. It's America's Greatest Hero. What is it?
It didn't even look
What's that?
real.
Is that his name?
And they put so much
Is that the name of the guy?
Into
Greatest American Hero. I knew I was transposing it. Who's got the? I would say the greatest superhero theme song belongs to Greatest American Hero. That television show from the early to mid '80s really captured a lot. I mean, it even spawned other superhero theme songs in the form of George from Seinfeld. So I don't know. You can beat that. That's kind of unbeatable.
Video. Yeah.
Who was the coolest? Wonder Woman's pretty awesome. I love that. The whole tribal and screaming and drums, and I like that one.
So what about now? What we sound like?
Oh, my all-time favorite Batmobile is obviously Adam West Batmobile. I would say that Christian Bale's Batmobile was pretty great, but like Adam West is a classic.
My most favorite of
Adam
all the
Driver.
Batmobiles is the Michael Keaton Batman
What was
Batmobile.
that?
It's long and strong and down to get
Oh,
the
that's the
friction
guy that
on,
plays Bruce
according
Wayne
to Sir
on
Mix-a-Lot.
Batwoman.
I just love the way it was shaped. It went for days. It's like my mother's strudel. You don't want to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Give me a bowl of that.
Is he German?
In a car form.
Oh man, for me,
So what it sounds
I think my all-time favorite Batmobile.
It's still a bit loud to me. Hey, Swedish Fish, how's the audio
I
now?
gotta go with the original.
Let us know.
Old school original Batmobile.
You said,
I
what's-
think the
what's
Batmobile
loud, though?
design.
The video on
in
there is a little loud.
The Dark Knight.
Because like
was
when I'm
pretty
listening to
awesome,
it in
so
my
that is,
earphone,
for
it's still
me,
a bit louder than
a
ours.
strong second. Absolutely.
My favorite Batmobile, it's a toss-up. It's
Is it James?
Keaton's OG Batmobile, because nothing really beat and all that with the wings in the back.
about now?
But Christian Bale's,
I think it
like, when
should
he's
be
got
good
the,
now.
You know, like the off-road thing.
You know what,
that thing, that was pretty.
I
Sick.
think the reason it's
The
still
fact
out for me
that,
is I'm still hearing Zachary Levi, and
you know,
he's
he had a
up.
whole cadre of new toys and all that jazz. And
'Cause
Morgan
Aldous
Freeman
Hodge
hooked him
sounded
up with all
fine.
it. I mean, that
Can I
makes
hear
it
you?
pretty,
Can I hear
pretty
you?
dope, I think.
What is my
Well,
all-time
my-
favorite Batmobile? I mean, I kind of want to give it to my favorite Batman and Robin, the movie that no one likes but
Do you
me.
have,
But no,
the
you know what I
USB-C?
think? I think Batman
'Cause I
Forever,
don't have an
the
audio
one that Val
disc.
Kilmer drove. It's a classic. I love it.
So different.
A little campy. in a good way.
I'm gonna have to go with the first one. I mean,
Extra
first one with Tim Burton. I'd have to say Michael Keaton's not my favorite.
My all-time favorite Batmobile. You know what? I'm partial to the Adam West one. I really
Swedish
love
Fish
that
says it
early
is better
style.
now.
I love the lines of it. I think it's pretty great. Yeah, I gotta go with the OG Adam West one.
My all-time favorite Batmobile is the one in the Christopher
yeah.
Nolan films.
Says we're good.
Like where
Okay.
where he shoots out on a motorcycle and then the Joker's shooting at him.
I guess I could turn up the.
My all-time favorite Batmobile is my Batmobile. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Oh,
epic.
yeah?
Really different.
Yeah.
But it's super cool. And it's
What, she got a Batmobile? I thought she had a Batcycle.
She has a bike.
Batgirl ain't got a Batmobile. Batgirl got a bike.
Batwoman,
Oh, sorry.
different character.
All right. we ain't doing this right now. Okay, but
It's not like it's a
Batwoman ain't got a Batmobile either.
No, they both have bikes. Batwoman and Batgirl both. Everyone other than Batman has a bike.
I don't know what that animal is.
And Robin
First
got a
blush, I
scooter.
was like, is that a kangaroo? I feel like
No, he has a bike.
No,
because they're also kind
That was
of,
a
you know,
joke.
they can kick butt.
It was a
they can
bad
box
one.
and stuff.
no,
Talking kangaroo?
that was actually good. But none of them actually have money to make their own equipment, right? They all. They
Oh
get,
no, they do. They do.
When I was a kid, I wanted all of
Nightwing,
them.
especially, he has more money than
wanted all
Batman.
of them.
At,
I mean, it's very
currently.
different. It's only now that I'm an adult that I've really been able to
Dick
apply
Grayson got
logic
more
to
money
what the
than
best
Bruce
superpower would
Wayne.
be, which is why I've been able to drill down into
joke.
teleportation.
See, that's
Because
what I'm
prior to
tired
being an
of.
adult,
I'm tired
it
of
was a
comics
smorgasbord. There was
just
no way that
doing
I could
shit.
possibly shoot. I mean, super
You know what I'm
speed is
saying?
so much
There's
fun.
no reason
Flight, super
for
strength,
Dick Grayson to
super
be rich
stamina,
right now.
super durability.
So what happened
telekinesis,
was the Joker fucked up a lot of like actual
auto
plans of Bruce
healing,
Wayne.
What else is
you know,
new?
Like, being able to
Like of
take
Bruce Wayne,
damage
not
and
of
heal
Batman.
anyway.
Um,
You know, shooting lasers
Bruce
out of your
Wayne
eyes.
ended up
I mean, these
losing
are
out a
all
lot
very
of money
practical.
because he got outed for funding
and I love
Batman effectively.
It took them this long
Yeah,
to figure out
yeah.
Batman had to get somebody, had to be, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
funded by somebody rich.
Right, yeah.
Batman.
And who
So
else is rich in Gotham?
First superhero that
a bunch of dead
was
people.
ever introduced.
It's pretty
It's
much
like, how could nobody put this together?
Back in the early
but like
90s.
also who's
And I just remember
like what tech firm could help us understand Batman
can't
stuff?
hear myself,
Batmobile.
Yeah.
And I remember his battles
Yeah.
with the Joker and his
I can hear
battles with
me.
the Penguin. His world was
I can't
dark.
even hear that because
I can hear you on
And
the
he
stream
fought
though.
with his bare hands.
So it's
I
that.
know. No, I'm just saying I can't hear
And I love
Yeah.
all
video.
those elements.
I gotta
so when
turn
I
it
put on
up.
the cape, I didn't put on my Superman cape. I put on my Batman cape.
I turned
and
the TV
that was
down
in the
and
early
everything.
90s.
All right,
90s,
all right.
91, 92. So Batman, it was my
But
very
yeah,
first introduction to this.
I have to finish telling this just because it's gonna irk me if I don't. So
already irking me.
I know. So he loses a lot of his money. Alfred gets killed, and Alfred leaves all of his money to Nightwing. And so apparently Alfred's been investing like a fiend. So Yeah, Dick Grayson
Why is
got
it so
money
low
now.
now? Am I going crazy?
No, it's low.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been pretty partial to Superman. I mean, he's kind of the OG, you know, but also I just
coming out of this
love
one.
that there is something so pure about him. I mean, I guess it's kind of one of the things I love about Billy Batson Shazam, but he's kind of more like, you know, a punk kid in a lot of ways, whereas Superman is just
We
like
got
so
some new
much about
technology
helping the world
here,
and helping
and
people.
we
There's something
are
like
floundering
unbelievably altruistic about him
desperately.
as a character.
Well,
So I would say
thing
probably
is,
Superman.
treading
But, you know,
water.
Batman's dope.
We ain't got to sign up.
Green Lantern's dope. I wish I had a ring that
It's
I could
supposed
manifest
to.
all the things I
Yeah.
could ever want. That could be pretty fun.
My favorite DC character is,
Right.
well, it changes all the time, but right now it is currently the Joker because as an actor, I
That is a
love
great question.
Heath Ledger's performance.
That was a really great question. I don't know.
Dark and twisted. So yeah, that's my favorite.
Was it Javisi?
My favorite DC character would have to be Wonder Woman because she's a strong, empowered woman, plus she
What's
flies private on an invisible jet.
we got any
Other than
you watching
Chadlin, my
this,
favorite DC character would be Weasel.
my dude?
Weasel says no words. He just stares around, has terrible
this is Bat-
hygiene,
this is Bruce
but
Wayne?
seems happy in spite of all of it. I want that philosophy. I'll buy his book.
Is he really
Chicken soup
German
for the
sounding
world.
like
I
this?
think he's doing a
I
bit.
mean, I think my favorite DC
I don't
character
know.
other than myself would probably be
I hope
Batman,
so.
because it's what I grew up with. just
Because
going
if that's Bruce Wayne, we in trouble.
Well, because
the
like
first
he's
Batman,
You
old.
talk Bruce Wayne can't be black.
He's
How about German?
Burton, that was really inspiring.
still
I also
white.
really love
Um,
and I love Flash. So
That's good for you, right?
old me.
my whole argument on Bruce Wayne not being black is just the socioeconomic side of that whole story that
My
doesn't make a
favorite
lot
DC
of sense.
character is
I'd
Rorschach.
rather see.
Rorschach is
So
an
there's a black
anti-hero.
She gonna be in,
she's
his
Catwoman,
costume is really
isn't she?
amazing,
No,
and I
that's-
love the watch.
Oh no, that's
She gonna be in Black
she's
Adam.
Oh man, there's so
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so many.
She's is she
yeah.
Hawker?
Oh
or?
boy, I
they
am
got
partial to
Hawk
the
Man.
villains.
No, I thought they had her
Um,
too.
but,
'Cause they
um,
almost always show up together.
But you know, honestly, I always end up going back to Superman. I mean, I always feel like I was defined
Fine,
really
though,
on
I
the
tell you that.
Superman
That's what I
films.
know for a fact.
Certainly for me, Christopher Reeve was somebody that,
You know what?
that
I can
embodied
always count on
both
you.
the strength of Superman
Focus on
and
what
the humor
matters.
of
I get lost in the
of Clark
minutiae.
Kent,
You
and
focus
I
on the
think
shit that
Henry Cavill
matters.
has
You know what I'm saying? I
served
do what I do
well
when
and
I
made his
can
own
do it.
stamp on So I'd say Superman.
Oh, I totally would have said myself because not like myself, but I love Alice, and I always say that she's my favorite character. I feel really lucky that I get to play
I guess
her.
that's what we got to listen to all them talk anyway. It's funny hearing all
Guess
these
if I had
people
to
that-
choose
I guess they
another
say
DC
they-
character, I always used to
fans
say
or
Batman,
whatever,
even
a lot
though
of them like.
I'm a woman. He was my.
I guess a lot of them are fans. It is a new generation. Them old generations like
Superman.
come on,
I kind of grew up idolizing Superman. I mean, that
real
was kind of like the first
thespians
superhero
would
movie
be
I've ever
called
watched.
dead doing that stuff.
And I think what I liked most about him was he was
Billy Batson.
invincible,
Oh,
pretty
that's-
much. And as a
He
kid, I
grew
always
up,
wanted
didn't
to
he?
fly.
Yeah.
I
But
thought
that's
that
how
was
it
the
is.
most
They
amazing
hit
thing.
the age. I thought that boy
Flying,
went
going
from
wherever I want.
Like when he
My
when he just
favorite
13?
DC superhero
Yeah,
of
right.
all
They
time
went
has
from 13
always
to
been
19.
Batman. I mean, I've got him tattooed right here on my arm. I love that
What
it's
was his-
dark. I love that it's gritty. I love how he stands up for and protects his city. And I also love that his superpower is just being really rich.
Poison Ivy. I'm obsessed with Poison Ivy. I'm not trying to cheat on Catwoman, but I love Poison Ivy since I was a little girl.
What's that?
I've never heard of that. That might be a new.
Who's my favorite character? My favorite character, like especially
They caught these
after
early,
doing
man.
this
Everybody
film,
look
was
tired
Dr.
and shit.
Fate. Because
your boy
Pierce
Jason Momoa
Brosnan
still
is
man. still in
the
his
coolest
cup.
motherfucker alive.
I feel like a million people know this answer from me, but my favorite DC character is Static Shock. Because
Hey, why my
growing up,
dude,
he was the
why
first
he's so
time I've seen
skinny, man, with
myself
this damn
on
sweater,
camera.
man?
He was a young,
Hey, they do some
17-year-old
push-ups so he
black
can fit in
nerd.
that mug. I mean, something.
Cool, but
Looking
not
like
really.
JJ.
He didn't know how to be cool in front of people.
Right.
He was cool behind the scenes, and he made
Like,
being
man,
a
if you
black
gonna wear a
nerd
turtleneck,
cool to a
you
lot of
gotta-
young black people.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta
He
fill
was
it
also
out.
Right, you
fun
gotta
and
have,
hilarious
you
at
know,
the same
no
time,
homo,
and
but you
being
gotta
a
have some
bad guy
pecs
that
in
was
there
also
just
clean
to,
the
you know what I'm
streets.
saying? So
He was
the
everything
damn
I
shirt
wanted
will
to
fit.
be and
But you know
more.
what? I'm gonna tell
So
you
Static
another
Shock
thing
to this
that
day is
surprised
my
me.
favorite
Like so,
superhero.
the
Not
whole
just
time
DC,
Batman
but
was on,
in the
I've pretty much not liked him as Luke Fox. just
I
'cause
gotta give
he's-
it to Batman.
Luke Fox isn't.
Some
very
people
soft in
know
the comics,
that.
he's a little
So,
soft in
as
the
an actor,
show.
I've been in this industry since I was
And then
like
when they have
3 years old.
their crossover,
And the way I got
and
into it is
better not.
because my brother,
so he
Edwin
shows
Hodge,
up
was an
as
actor,
Luke-
What am I
was
thinking?
doing a job. They needed an
What,
extra
the
kid.
Batman?
I
When I
was
say they
there.
bet not,
So
what am I thinking?
my mom put me in, And after I did the job, she gave me Batman toys, right? And I love Batman. I mean, grew up on everything.
Anyway,
is it too late?
Novels,
I think it's too late.
Oh,
I think it's too late.
I knew
I
it.
credit
Yeah.
Batman and my love of Batman with the
is he-
reason that
I believe he is.
acting
I
in
believe
entertainment.
he like.
And it just comes full circle because now,
Is he like that in the comics?
you
or
know,
they just
I'm in the
did
DC family.
I think that's
with
just for
Batman.
show.
That's,
Typical.
it doesn't get much cooler than that. For
Batwoman
me.
is a bit.
I'm
woke.
sorry, it just doesn't.
I mean, main character is a lesbian.
Hey, DC
so-
Fandome,
Wait,
it's
is
your
she a
girl
lesbian?
Tiffany Haddish. I just want to
I
talk
know the
to you
other
a
one
little
was.
bit
The other
about
one was. I don't know
my
about the
favorite
current one.
DC character.
I don't know about the current
Now,
Batwoman.
my favorite DC character
You know
Oh
what
my
she is?
God.
is Wonder Woman.
Well,
Now,
what's she
I've
in?
seen some Wonder Woman. I
Oh,
remember
this
when
is
I
like
first
now they're just
was
branching out to
introduced to
people
Wonder
that
Woman.
like celebrities
in
that.
1908.
Is she in a DC?
And it was a TV show
I
called
don't-
The Wonder
I don't
Woman
know she
think
Show.
had that whole
And she would
work,
come on and she would do no, it wasn't even the Wonder Woman show. It was called Wonder
She got on so
Woman.
much down. She looked. Her looks look so different. I didn't even recognize her for. But I gotta recognize that
And then bam, she
Dwayne
had
ass
this
voice.
beautiful costume on, and I loved it. And she
But yeah,
was like
so when they did
hitting
their
people with that lasso
their
of
last
truth.
Crisis
And
crossover
every
thing,
woman, I don't
and so you
care
got Kevin
who
Conroy
it
as
is, wish
like
you had
the
a lasso
you know,
of truth.
gruff,
Just so you could hit your man with it one
broken
time.
older Batman.
Tell me the truth.
You got this like
that would be so good.
mercenary looking
Man,
Luke
they should
Fox
make
with
one
his
of
gun
those for
with the
real life.
guns out and everything. He
Is
looks
the
like
technology
he looks
advanced
like
enough to have that?
Luke Fox from the comic book
Everybody's
with an afro,
got-
But anyways,
played by that guy.
I love
And I'm
me
like,
some Wonder
how in the
Woman.
hell
And
did
now
they
we coming
make
up on
that
the
happen?
80th
Like,
year. It's the
has he
80th
been able to
anniversary
look like this the whole
of
time?
Wonder Woman, and she's so important to the culture
Batwoman, I think, is
because
on
she empowers others. And it's like, for me, the first female superhero I ever saw that was doing something courageous, respectable,
Dude gay.
and
They
still
just
look
like,
good about doing it.
Look, we just doing stuff over here. Don't mind that.
Right. They kind of
And
that's
I'll
the
never
woke show. They
forget
should just
checking
they
out
should
the
say like that's where we put all our
It kind of is.
everything
Wonder Woman, the
that
comic book.
progressive or
And
whatever that
78
people
issue,
like
and
the
seeing her
actual the
sister,
fans
Nubia.
the fans
Her
of this
sister,
don't like
only person
put in
that
that.
could defeat her.
Like,
That's
but
right.
like the
Wonder
whole
Woman got a
CW
sister.
Arrowverse thing
She
is
look a
kind
lot
of
like
the
me.
Wokeverse, right? So it's
That might
like
be the other reason why I like.
But you got to
That might
understand
be
too.
the other
That's for
reason
that
why I
younger
like Wonder
audience.
Woman.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that because you all that stuff that you see hear
Enjoy
about now.
yourself,
That's
DC
a generation
fans
that
at
what's
DC
that
Fandome.
the Y generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Hi, I'm Blake
that's
Neely,
for them.
composer of many
You know
of your
what I'm
favorite
saying?
superhero shows.
Don't
And I'm excited to be commissioned by Warner Brothers and DC Comics to write a brand new theme
Well, like, it's
for
also
this
a
year's
weird thing,
DC
like,
Fandome.
talking to some of these younger kids who get into this stuff, right? Where it's like, if you ask them about this stuff,
So here's a quick behind-the-scenes look at how the music was made.
now, right? So it's like, oh,
So when they asked me to write the
like
theme for DC
social
Fandome, the idea came immediately. It had to be a fanfare, it had to be big, it had to celebrate 80
it's
years
like-
of characters.
like way before Tim Drake ever came out as it was like, oh,
Which
no,
then
he
we
definitely
had
likes me.
our orchestra in Budapest, Hungary played. Then I thought, well, it's 80 years of, more than 80 years of superhero themes. Let's
Like, so
get
that's the thing is a lot
Superman
of
in
people
there.
So like a lot of people got it's not
Let's
called-
get
and they
Danny
never
Elfman as
like
Batman.
they never took the time to say
And some more surprises.
Superman, Clark Kent's son is by. They didn't say John Kent is by. Superman is by. If you're not reading the comics, you don't know that Clark Kent is not. So when you come out and say Superman is by, like even the now,
But enjoy
everyone
this
grew up with Clark
behind-the-scenes
Kent
look
Superman, so
at
when
how
you
we
come out and say
recorded the
Superman
music
is by,
for
we're all
DC
thinking Clark
Comics
Kent,
through
right?
Warner Brothers.
Like,
And
ain't that
joining
the
us
first person
today
you think of when you say
are
Superman?
our friends from Warner Brothers. So
Ain't
they'll
nobody
be
thought
watching
about
and
Calvin
listening, and
Harris.
thank you so much for doing this.
Right? So it's like
Thank you very
if
much.
say
It's a
Superman
great honor
is
to be a
by,
part of this.
What folks are going to think of? If you said, if you said, Black Panther's by. Yes, other guys have been Black Panther, but if you ask me who Black Panther is, I'm going to say it's T'Challa. You know, you got if it. So like if when you have these legacy characters, legacy brands, even, and then you feel like you want to change things, make them a certain way, and you know that, yeah. It's all going wrong.
I love it. Can we just get one more from 35?
But yeah, so like, I just feel like these sorts of things, they need to be a little more, right, I know, right?
Gorgeous. Okay, Peter, there's a...
Did you hear that? Stuff for folks that aren't into it. If it was in the movie,
Thank you. Absolutely beautiful.
But this, like,
thank you very much.
mad current comic book stuff, and most folks that
Okay,
read comic
thank you
books
so
know about
much,
this a
guys.
few months out. So,
When Bronwyn was pitching you this idea, yeah, right?
but yeah,
You're
like
a pro.
DC is really doing a lot of work to try to change the landscape of the comics right now. They did this semi-ongoing thing called Future State, where it's like, this is what
When I hung up, I was kind of
DC universe looks
excited
like.
at the
Like
moment,
I think it's
and
like
when I hung up,
30
I was like,
years in the future.
I
So it's
think I
like Bruce Wayne is no longer
Yeah,
Batman. He's been framed for a terrorist attack
I was
on
ready to go,
Gotham.
so I hung up the phone and got in my car.
Lucius Fox's
And by the
other
time I
son,
got to
who
the
also didn't
one-on-one,
initially
I
like
had-
Batman, has become the new Batman. I don't know why his kids keep putting on
That was it. I was like, okay, now if I can just remember that for 7 more minutes until I get to the studio, I have it.
Yeah, so like, I do love like the distinction has been made. So like, the new Batman covers his mouth. It's like the old one, he's black. He's black. Exactly. It's like, and it took no one. It took no one any time at all to say, you know why he does it? It's because he's black. It's like the second he showed up with his mouth covered, it's like, is it because he's black? Yep, he's black. Nobody's mysterious and blah blah blah. Well, no, it's like the whole towel is armored. It's because he's black. Yeah, it's like they scared. Like, 'cause they tried to make it out like, no, he's Batman. He's Batman. Wait, so Batman right now, what? Like, he is Batman. Yeah, but Batman is black. I just happened to look up and see it. That's all.
Yeah, I guess I can take pieces of that.
For over 80 years, amazing storytellers from different mediums
including comic books, TV, films, games, and more,
have created the vast, ever-changing multiverse of stories, worlds, and characters that have come to define DC.
These iconic worlds have become a part of our own culture.
Gotham City,
Metropolis,
Central City, Atlantis, Themyscira, and the iconography for DC's heroes.
Images like the bat symbol, the Batmobile.
Logos like the S shield and the lantern
are immediately recognized worldwide.
The classic superheroes have inspired.
And the supervillains have entertained.
Generations of fans across the globe.
And that is who we're here to celebrate today. You, the DC fans. The passion and the commitment you bring to the world of DC
is what has kept it going for over 80 years.
And will keep us going for many more.
And the future of DC is brighter than ever.
We will have something for everyone.
Surprising and delighting fans who have been on the journey with us all along.
But also inspiring a whole new generation to carry the torch.
That is the power of DC.
And what powers DC is you.
Sit back for the next few hours and enjoy
as we celebrate the past,
showcase the present, and preview what the future holds.
You gotta get a character, dog.
Welcome to DC Fandome. Welcome to DC Fandome.
Welcome to DC Fandome.
Welcome to DC Fandome.
Welcome to DC Fandome.
Welcome to DC Fandome.
Welcome to DC Fandome.
Welcome to DC Fandome.
But y'all can play about a black Batman. Okay, all right.
The most powerful force in the universe is a story. A story shapes hearts and minds, withstands the test of time, and changes the way we see the world. A story turns characters into icons, moments into memories, and shows us that heroes come in many forms. And in this fight for truth, justice, and a better tomorrow, our story is just beginning.
You guys might want to hold on.
This is gonna be the start of something huge.
They banking on me, Batman.
You're part of this too.
Marvel will be like, we got this, we got this, we got
How am I part of this?
Well, we got that, we got God.
No, you know what? They need to get your boy to just pop and say, "I'm Batman."
Who?
Off of Lego. Will Arnett.
I'll rescue our poor brethren.
Who am I?
I think there's something he needs to show me. The DC universe will never be the same. I'm vengeance.
I guess you can say it.
Hey everyone, I am Tiffany Smith and welcome to the much anticipated fan-inspired worldwide event, DC Fandome. Did you hear that music? Pretty cool, right? Well, DC Fandome now has its very own score by composer Blake Neely. If you're a credits watcher like me, you'll probably recognize his name from such terrific DC TV shows like, you know, The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and so many more. You will be hearing a lot more of Blake's incredible score throughout the show. Now, if you were here last year, then you might have an idea of the kind of awesomeness that is about to come your way. Huge reveals, exclusive content, and a few big surprises. There is so much that I couldn't possibly do this on my own. So, of course, we put together a pretty super team of co-hosts, as well as celebrity hosts that you're gonna get to hang out with all day.
Get to the trailers.
So, let's say hello to a few of them right now, starting with our Brazilian friends.
Hello, superfans. I'm Érico Borgo. It is so good to be back at DC Fandome.
This is Aline Diniz e prepare-se para uma viagem fantástica através do multiverso DC.
Hi friends, mabuhay mga kababayan. My name is Gino Killiamore and I couldn't be more excited to share what DC has in store for you.
Bonjour les fanatiques, Teriel TM here. Vous n'êtes pas prêts. DC is doing it up big this year.
Hola Mundo, I'm Gabby Cam, and all of us here are just as excited as you are to be back at DC Fandome. So sit back, get comfy, and get ready for the biggest celebration of all things DC.
G'day mates, I'm Jaden Rodriguez. Today, we gather from all around the globe to celebrate our love for DC Comics and the stars and creators who bring them to life. This is Warner Brothers and DC's way of saying thank you to the fans for your loyalty, dedication, and passion for the characters and the stories in the DC universe. Later in the show, you're not going to want to miss this, the much anticipated new trailer for the Batman.
And gamers, get ready for the Gotham Knights game.
Javicia Leslie flies into action as Batwoman.
And we're also diving in deep with my man, Jason Momoa.
And getting a mouthful from King Shark and Harley Quinn.
Shazam's Zachary Levi enlightens us on the fury of the gods.
We're taking the fast lane with The Flash, plus Naomi, Doom Patrol, Peacemaker, and some surprises.
With so much to share, let's kick things off in a really big way with one of the biggest stars to ever rock the DC universe, Black Adam.
I've never seen the likes of it before.
Black Adam, I'm saying we're not doing the.
Having done James Bond for 10 years, 4 films, nothing compares to this.
I play Hawkman.
Cyclone.
Atom Smasher.
Dr. Fate. Leading the whole charge is Dwayne Johnson.
He's more brutal, uncompromising, fueled by the depths of his pain. He's Black Adam.
Black Adam. Hey DC Fandome, and hello to everyone watching around the world. I am so excited right now to be here and to talk to you about the man in black himself, Black Adam. Now, as you guys know, this character, this film, this universe has been a gigantic passion project of mine for a very long time.
Yeah, we know.
And I have worked so hard, worked these hands, these calluses, my fingers to the bone on this project because it's the kind of project that I know comes along once in a lifetime. And the truth is, I was born to play Black Adam. Now, we've just started the post-production process, which is so exciting. And the film has, without question, some of the biggest action sequences I have ever been a part of. And I am so proud and excited of our incredible team who are working away to create breathtaking, holy shit, scenes that I know you're really going to love.
Is that why they asked how old you
Now,
are?
even though we're still working away, this is DC Fandome. So I felt like I had to bring you guys just a little something special. Now, you know me, guys, and you know, I always like to say that you, the audience, the people, you guys are my #1 boss. So I got together with my director, Jaume Collet-Serra, and we put together a little glimpse of one of the opening scenes of the movie when Black Adam is first revealed. Now, what you're gonna see here is why the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. I hope you enjoy this very first look at the man in black himself, Black Adam.
What a way to
Okay,
start the
so-
show. Dwayne Johnson was honestly born to play Black Adam, am I right? And if you've been following him on
What do you
Instagram,
think?
he's definitely been working hard to make sure his body looks just right for this role. Once again, if you're just joining us, I'm Tiffany Smith, and you know how we mentioned earlier we were going to have some celebrity hosts for the show?
It's been
Well,
too long for me
let's
to
not
get
waste any time and bring one of them in right now, real quick. I know you were hoping to see this guy, TV's Flash, aka Barry Allen, aka Grant Gustin in the house. How you doing, Grant? Thank you so much for joining us from set.
Thank you, Tiffany. I wouldn't miss experiencing DC Fandome with all the fans who are watching today.
Yeah, I am so excited for it as well, but
want
we are here to talk with
everybody
you
to do
about
their
The
thing.
Flash, and we have to talk about the end of season 7. What was it like seeing Nora again and meeting Bart? Is it a weird feeling for you to talk to your future kids who are basically like the same age as you?
Yeah, it has always been a little weird to play the father role with actors who are essentially the same age as me. But it's, you know, and for Barry, it was obviously a very emotional reunion with Nora and to meet Bart for the first time. But I've, you know, for me, it's just fun. Like I've always loved working with Jessica, who plays Nora, and you know, she's so sweet and so talented. And I'd never met or worked with Jordan before, but we have a lot of mutual friends, and we had a lot of fun together. So yeah, it was a blast having both of them on set.
Okay, so at DC Fandome last year, you touched on something with fans and you have been really hoping to see for years. Tell us about this obsession of yours with the gold boots on The Flash.
It's less of an obsession and more. It's just always been the final element that I think has been missing from our suits, you know. And I've loved all the versions of the Flash suit that we've had on the show, but the suit that we have now in particular, I think, is kind of the closest to a lot of the different iterations you see in the comic books, with the exception of those gold boots. And I've always felt like the gold boots would just be the nice final touch.
Now, although I'd love to keep the combo going, we've got to toss this over to where Grant's TV wife is standing by.
Thanks, Grant. It is so great to be here talking to DC superfans. My role as reporter Iris West Allen on The Flash has given me the skills needed to properly introduce DC Fandome's news flashes. The time has finally come. Grant and Barry Allen finally get the gold boots for season 8 of The Flash. Here is the first official look at the new costume.
Really want those gold boots.
Look at you smiling. How excited are you to finally have the boots?
Yeah, I'm very excited that fans get to see the first look at the
look like
boots.
rain
I'll probably be running around Vancouver in them, so I'm really excited you guys got to see a first look at the boots.
Thanks so much, Grant. I'm looking forward to seeing you in action in those coveted gold boots, but I know it's going to be awesome on the show. And hey, it's been fun kicking it here with you. Yeah, sorry. Dad jokes. They're just going to keep coming. Coming up, we've got some never-before-seen footage from the Suicide Squad game, Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, Harley Quinn, and all the Batmans. Or Batmen. You know what I mean. Now, not only do we here in the DC Fandome want to know what you out there in the fanverse think, but we wanted to know what you can do. You sent in the best of your best cosplay and fan art, and here is just a sample of some of the amazing talent out there in the DC Fandom.
We'll get back on. But it's recording, so we can get back. Boy, these comics, yeah, that might have been. You know what this song is? I'll check out.
lot of DC Fandome. I apologize for the 4-year wait.
Oh my gosh.
I've been here since 2017. But I'm very proud of the sequel because it's tackling a lot of issues environmentally. The stakes are higher, and I'm just excited because I had a big part in my boy James, you know? Check it out. I'm excited for you to see it. Tides are changing. It's important. The tides are changing.
Like the comic book, the world of Aquaman is so big and so rich.
It's epic. It's huge. It's colorful. The world is at stake.
I'm super excited to be back making the sequel. I have so much invested into it. I love this character. I love what it represents. There's nothing that I've ever been a part of that's like this.
People are going to be in for a treat. When Aquaman 2 comes out, they're going to get a movie that's more mature, but yet to retain its fun, to give the audience something different, something new that they haven't seen before.
The success of that movie as the biggest DC movie of all time shows what James Wan and his team were able to do. And in this second film, we have turned the dials up to 11. It has the action, the fun, the heart.
Action! Superheroes and supervillains have entertained generations of fans across the globe.
Good, you got it? We put that in the movie?
To play around with this cast again is quite a trip. We're having a blast. This movie's a lot of fun.
I think fans are going to be very happy. So I think James is really excited to go all out.
This is an exciting scene. We better get to a little bit of action.
It's going to be a fun adventure like it was the first time. Just better.
We see that Black Manta is still seeking his vengeance to try and kill Aquaman. That's gonna be something that's exciting for the audience, something for them to be swept up into the world of Aquaman again.
About to kick some ass.
It's a globe-trotting story. We visit so many different worlds. This movie isn't afraid to embrace its fantasy and go on this magical journey. I think it's gonna be really awesome.
Do something with him.
Aquaman. Now there is a cool gig I could get used to. That surf and turf lifestyle, swimming in the day, carrying a gigantic pitchfork at night with some facial hair all over my face. So you could imagine my excitement when I heard I was cast in the next Aquaman. I was like, hey, hold up. What about Jason Momoa? How did he take the news? Apparently he was extremely happy for me. He thought I would be the perfect fish in HBO Max's upcoming Aquaman King of Atlantis animated miniseries. Here's a splash of what's to come. I'm splashing.
Don't show him again. That was your guy.
He is Aquaman, and he just became King of Atlantis. Thank you.
Is there a different throne we could...
No. And the fate of his people, of his home, of all the world is in his hands.
That's right. So yeah, no pressure.
Join Aquaman for the undersea adventure of a lifetime. Aquaman, King of Atlantis, 3-part special event, now streaming.
Ocean Master?
Are we moving though? But it's just
okay. We're still on Jason Momoa.
Hey, Ocean Master, you out there anywhere?
I think he's gone.
So be it. Farewell, my brother.
Still got your trident.
Oh, that little... I hate this! We're supposed to be getting revenge on him, not saving him!
It's fine. It'll still be the same mission. Get Ocean Master, punch him, and bring the trident back to Atlantis.
I don't know. It just...
Yeah, but it's less fun now.
True, but if you don't bring Ocean Master back, everyone's definitely gonna think you 100% killed him.
And I won't even get to! That's the worst part!
Where do you think they went?
I don't know. I have to ask for help from the only people who don't think I'm a total joke. People who are not people. People who...
Say fish.
Fish. I'm talking to the fish. Yeah, I'm talking to the fish. Like this one, that one, her or him, or maybe even this. I send down the kind of sonar. It intercepts their brains. They shoot it back to me, and it goes inside my face. They tell me their thoughts and fears. They tell me secret things. They all love me, and I love them because I am their king.
Hello, mates. Jaden Rodriguez in the DC Fandome. Wow, look at this place. After that last segment, I've got that song, Talking to the Fish, stuck in my head. And if you can't get enough of this tune, well, you can listen to it right now on Spotify. I'd like to introduce to you two legends in the comic book and entertainment world. Milestone Media partner Reggie Hudlin and Milestone Media co-founder Dennis Cowan. And a familiar face from the DC family, Echo Kellum. Take a look.
All right, hey everybody, I am Echo Kellum, and first of all, I hope you guys are having a blast at DC Fandome 2021. Now, we have a really great program in store for you guys today, and to get things started, I would like to introduce you all to two legends in the comic book and entertainment world, Milestone Media partner Reggie Hudlin and Milestone Media co-founder Dennis Cowan.
Icon is kind of
sound class.
Yeah, that's like applause everywhere. Now, first of all, I'm so happy to be able to interview you guys. Static Shock was such a huge thing for me growing up and whatnot. But for those of us who might not know, could you please tell us what Milestone and Milestone Media is?
Milestone was founded in actually was founded in the 90s by myself with Derek Dingle, Michael Davis, and Dwayne McDuffie. The late great Dwayne McDuffie. People of color are underrepresented in this industry, especially, I mean, in the entertainment industry in general, but especially in comic books. So we all got together with the idea of doing comic books. For creators of color, the best way to do that was to get together and to create a line of books that would reflect and represent our culture. So that's what we did. We started with a book called Static, and we did a book called Hardware. Icon and Rocket was the next one, followed by The Blood Syndicate, and we launched in 1992 to great acclaim. It was very successful and kind of changed the game in comics in a major way. And suddenly, people who were underrepresented now had representation. It was a big deal, and it was a lot of fun to do. But it was a lot at that time.
You guys have already made big strides since the Fandome 2020 panel with the launch of Static Season 1 and Icon and Rocket Season 1 and Hardware Season 1, the limited series. So what's the feedback been like from fans, new and old, seeing these characters in their renaissance?
It's really been great.
I like to see them
people were like, about time, you were taking too long, but now you're here, you're living up to expectations. It's a lot of commentary from a lot of different types of people. They love the art. They're like, oh my God, I love this kind of, black anime style that's, you guys didn't get stuck in the past. You kept it relevant, you kept it edgy to what's now. They really love the dynamic between Static and his dad. I relate to it a lot as a reader. I'm like, wow, that's like me and my father. I try to be like that with my son. It's great stories, but it's in that Milestone tradition of what are stories you're not going to read at any other company. Milestone is a unique style of storytelling which delivers quality superhero action because the founders were all the top creators in the business then and now. And at the same time, really speaking to where people of color are and what our challenges are in the 21st century.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. And I know you were talking about the universe and whatnot. So comic book fans, they obviously love the notion of a connected universe. Will we see some of the characters from season 1 titles begin to appear in each other's books?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the plan. I mean, we're working so far ahead. We actually already know how season 1 is going to end and how things might advance from there. So we can tell you with all confidence to the fans out there that yes, the characters will appear in each other's books and meet each other. And there is an interconnected, Dakotaverse, Milestone universe within these books. So that's one of the things that we've been focusing on and doing it.
What else is in the works? What's coming up?
Well,
we have a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, all these books have been really successful. So you'll be seeing season 2 of Icon and Hardware and Static and Icon and Rocket. But there's a book that everyone's been like, yo, what's going on?
Are you going to bring it back?
What's our
up with
favorite?
That? We liked the other stuff, but
yeah,
you know.
come with our thing.
What's
So
up?
Blood Syndicate, which is, I mean, a shocking number of people's favorite book from the original Milestone line, will be coming back. And a lot of people have been shocked about how hard the Loon line of books have been. Blood Syndicate, that's all I'm saying.
Could you guys talk about a little bit of the compendium that's coming out, the Milestone compendium that's having like all the old comics or something like that coming in, right?
Yeah, again, we're trying to give people what they want. So many fans have been like, Reg, we're so excited you're bringing the new books back, but you know, my mom threw out my books, or I moved and there was some water damage, so I lost all my original copies, or I was too young back then, but I want to catch up with the old school as well as the new school. So it's a giant book, you know, it's going to be huge.
1,300 pages of material, soft cover, 1,300 pages of collecting the first runs of Hardware and Icon and Rocket, Static, like everything. And this is volume 1.
I keep hearing this aspect that you really want to bring the media back into Milestone Media, right? Can you talk to us about some of those potential projects that might be existing outside of the comic book?
They're not might, they're real.
existing.
They're happening. We've got 2 movie projects in development right now. The script that Randy McKinnon is writing for the live action feature film version of Static is, you know, he's hard at work right now. We're going to be getting that soon. So live action Static Shock is a real thing. That's in the works. You know, Warner Brothers is excited about it. We're excited about it.
Michael B. Jordan's excited about it.
Michael B. Jordan's producing the movie with us. Here's the new announcement that no one knows yet. This is Fandome breaking news, which is the first Milestone animated feature film is now in the works. You know, we just hired an amazing writer, and if you guys have been reading Hardware, you know how dope he is as a writer.
Brandon Thomas.
Brandon Thomas
has been hired to write our screenplay for our animated feature, and in conjunction with Warner Brothers. And we're very excited about that. That's going to be a massive project.
Massive.
With more than one character.
Yeah.
This is going to be the thing that Milestone fans have been really dreaming about for a long time. So, you know, not only are we doing live action, we're doing animation.
Yeah.
And we're bringing it, so.
Yeah. So, compendium, all the classic, old school Milestone material. We've got the Black History Month book that's in the works, and 2 movies in the works.
Wow. I mean, you guys are dropping some major kernels and awesome news, but I'm hearing that there is some news that you guys are kind of holding back, some really big news. Can you guys tell everyone about how Milestone is working to create the next wave of great superhero storytellers?
We're doing a program that we're so excited about. It's in conjunction with DC Comics. DC has a program called NGDC, Next Generation DC. It's a large program. We're doing a part of that program called the Milestone Initiative. We're partnering with Ally, and they're working with us to bring the next generation of comic book artists, writers, colorists, editors, letterers, and all aspects of the comic book industry to comics.
You know, there's a lot of talented people. The same way you look at the Black presence in music, the Black presence in film and television, is now to have that, it's time for us to have that same impact on the comic industry. You know, pioneers like Dennis, like Dwayne, like Hal Baker, like Christopher Priest. You know, these are the folks who just, you know, they had a machete, and then the machete broke. Then they had a butter knife, but they kept cutting their way through the woods, and they cleared a path. And now we're saying, come on, let's go.
Right, because none of it, all of it's meaningless unless there are people behind you who are also doing the same thing and even better from that path that you made. So that's why this is very important to us, and we're very excited about our relationship. with DC and Ally.
So what we want everyone to do is, if you have interest in any aspect of this business, in terms of comic books, in terms of animation, all these different fields, apply to the program. We won't take everybody, but we're going to take the best of the bunch, and we'll put you in seminars and training sessions with some of the most talented people in our field. You're going to hear from the best of the best, and we're going to groom you to be the next generation of superstars. We need you.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say, as a young creator, this is such amazing news. The fact that you guys are helping representation in this field, it's critical, and POCs and LGBTQIA groups will be very, this is just really good work, and I'm sure Dwayne is smiling from heaven with just how you guys are honoring his legacy and just continuing to do some really great work. That's really awesome. That's really dope. I'm very happy to hear that. Well, I want to thank my guests, Milestone exec Reggie Hudlin and Dennis Cowan, for joining us today. And I want to thank you for being a part of our DC Fandom 2021. Be sure to keep watching for more news, fun, and excitement as DC Fandom continues.
What an amazing opportunity for our fans. A special shout out to Ally for backing that program. The next segment is one of my favorites because it celebrates our fans. And here is just a sample of the amazing talent out there in the DC Fandome.
They're not quite fully biological. It's like they can do surgery. I didn't need the cosplay section.
Rilla can't be black. Rilla can't be black.
Right? I mean, this race has nothing to do with it.
Back to money. Who was that? Other than the Gabrielle Union. Something that they did. Yeah. Damn.
Wow, such incredible talent out there. And I hear that Jim Lee will be announcing the winners at the end of the show. So stay tuned to see if you've been chosen. Now, back over to you, Candace, for some more breaking news.
DC and Webtoon recently partnered to bring our iconic superheroes and supervillains to new and old fans, kicking off the collaboration with Batman Wayne Family Adventures, a smash hit inspired by the fandom around the Bat family. All your fan-favorite characters like Stephanie Brown, Cassandra Cain, Barbara Gordon, and Duke Thomas will have their own featured episodes and arcs in this hilarious slice of life series, only available on Webtoon. And DC fans can expect more amazing DC Webtoon originals coming soon. Check out this exclusive sneak peek.
I know. I got that. I caught that.
He's half human, half alien, has light-based powers, and he's
Still to come, Peacemaker, Gotham Knights, and the Batman.
Hello, it's me again, international superstar and superhero Flula Borg. Now, as some of you may know, I actually got my start in Green Lantern, issue number 173 in 1984. Well, actually, I was just 2 years old then, because I'm talking, of course, about my super dope comic character, Javelin. You know, the one with the huge rod. Yeah, that's the one. As you saw earlier, I also play a hilarious animated fish in the Aquaman King of Atlantis series you just saw. Bob! boy, I am so multi-talented. Watch out. Two things I can do.
Boy, you know what, bro?
Anyway, over the years, Javelin and his impressive collection of pointy poles has popped up in many different scenarios. But I gotta say, I'm really digging where he ended up. No, I don't mean dead, but with that infamous team of supervillains, the Suicide Squad. And for those of you who are worried about Javelin's fate, fear not. I'm here to tell you today that Javelin is still alive and, spoiler alert, will be applying to head up the Justice League after their fate is revealed in the huge new video game Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Yeah. You are about to get a sneaky peeky, so don't go anywhere, because it is going to be massive, and we know when it comes to the universe of DC video games and Javelins, size matters.
Okay, they do kind of look.
Let's take a look.
I don't know.
All of you are the worst of the worst of the worst. Still, you're good at what you do. Even if what you do is far from good. Welcome to Task Force X.
Let me take a look at you. A musclehead, a nut job, something that offends my eyes, and a homeless person. You're perfect.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
This has one-way ticket written all over it.
Oi, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here.
Eyes up, people.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive.
I was just about to do that.
Task Force X. Your new mission is to kill the Justice League.
I will try you wrong.
They ain't got no sense.
Raise your hand if taking on the Justice League is the worst idea you've ever heard.
I kinda zoned out.
What did you think would happen? You'd crawl out of your cells, swoop in, save the day?
Which superheroes did you say you were? Again?
Remember, your heads are ticking.
I don't know. I know I'm in.
He's not gonna make it. Waller, the Penguin is in flight. Repeat, the Penguin is in flight.
Then let's clip his wings.
Oh my god! He's gotten up!
Hitting him again.
He ran out the door! Somebody stop him!
Did that get him?
No! It very much did not get him. Waller! Blow up his head!
Is that only gonna be on PS5 and PC?
Well, definitely don't want to get on Amanda Waller's bad side. Maybe it's a good thing Javelin is not in the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. Still there? Of course, in the movie, I was hoping I'd come back to life in the end credit sequence, but no such luck. Maybe that'll happen in the VHS version of The Suicide Squad. Double fingers, double crossed. Let's do this. I mean, look, John Cena gets a spin-off series, but not me. Flula Borg, I'm delicious. Where's my show? The Suicide Squad is fast becoming a huge franchise for DC, with comic books, huge movies, the games of video like you just saw. Not starring me, apparently. Spin-off series, also not starring me, rude. And music videos. Fine, I'll make my own. I have a phone. Anyway, if you go to the clubs like I do, with me and my best of friends, squad friend King Shark, you'll know this next song is all the rave. Give me those glow sticks. Yeah, don't give them to him.
Fanny pack.
It's the new raid, man.
So I've been told.
I was joking.
You thought you were joking. The universe took you seriously.
Num num. Num num. Really? No.
King Shark via my airphone.
Num num. That's what you're thinking about right now. No. Hungry. Peacemaker. There's nothing like me. We're all gonna die.
No, wait. No, wait. No, wait.
And we're all gonna die.
To be their new group.
Yeah.
On the DC side.
But they gotta make them a little more charming. Groot's charming.
We're all gonna die.
Just try to get that song out of your brains now, baby sharks. Of course, I'm happy to be a part of such an amazing squad, and that includes you, the fans. Thank you for supporting everything the Suicide Squad. We heart you, I think it goes like that, and I know I'm not alone when I say that. I have proof for you. Here is a very special message from all my squad buddies to share. Check me out. I mean, check it out. It's this week. I'm not a narcissist. I donate.
From the entire Suicide Squad, from our hearts, we thank you.
None of this would be possible without you.
You are the reason why we do what we do.
As a director, I feel truly blessed.
We are so incredibly grateful and lucky to have you.
Wow, I don't know what to say, guys. It's so unexpected. I just feel so loved. I don't have a speech prepared or anything, but let me just say that you are so welcome.
John, we're not thanking you, mate.
We're thanking all the fans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Idiot. I mean, of course, the fans, right? They know I like to joke around, which is exactly what that was. It was a joke.
Sure, John.
What John means is that he would also like to thank you, our amazing fans.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Who put that bit together?
Okay, you guys know that was a joke. The Suicide Squad would be absolutely nowhere without the support of the fans. You guys love these characters as much, if not more, than we do. And I truly want to thank you for your passion. Flula, man, I'm sorry, bro. Javelin would have made a great character for a spin-off. Hey, you know what? Maybe we can see about getting him involved somewhere down the line on Peacemaker. I mean, no promises. James Gunn created this whole thing for HBO Max, and he has a vision all worked out, but we'll see what we can do. And if you want to hear more of what's in store for Peacemaker, you can join James, myself, and my amazing castmates for some additional insights. Hey everybody, John Cena here on the set of Peacemaker.
Oh, no! Every time you were shooting, he went, ow!
Why am I doing this?
They said you couldn't get a job.
Get up. Oh, hi. 23andMe says I might be 26% asshat. I know my last name is Smith. That's a generic fucking name. The reason it's Smith is because we came over as asshats and I had to change it on Ellis Island.
Really? He's gonna dog everybody like Smith, huh?
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. Today we're talking all things Peacemaker. Of course, I'm joined by my behind-the-scenes partners in crime, executive producers Peter Safran and Matt Miller, and our fantastic cast, Peacemaker himself, John Cena, Danielle Brooks, who plays a character of my own making, Leota Adebayo, Jennifer Howland and Steve Agee, Amelia Harcourt and John Economos, and Chuck Owuji as Clemson Mern, and finally, Freddie Stroma, who is our vigilante. So, guys, let's get into it.
It goes without saying, I miss you guys. It's great to see you all.
Miss you so much.
You too.
John, were you surprised when Peter called you up and said, hey, you know, we're thinking about doing a Peacemaker TV series?
I was surprised, but man, I was more than ready and I was more than excited, and I'm glad we got the opportunity.
Freddie, for you came in and you're playing the oddest character of everybody, Vigilante Adrian Chase. And you're not that odd.
Yeah, no, I'm
Vigilante 3
so pretty vanilla. I love it. I really like. As soon as I started reading the sides, I was just like, oh, I really like this character, and he has just that kind of, you know, a really fun relationship with Peacemaker, and obviously working with John was just incredible.
I've seen Freddie. But for how many of the rest of you are you hearing him talk with a British accent for the first time?
Oh, me? Yeah. And I'm like, my brain is melted. I can't believe it.
So, Danielle, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character in general, who she is and what's her story?
This is all new to her, you know, and so she's coming in very green. She used to work with animals, and now she's been thrown into this completely different world.
You brought her to life. You really did. And you do inhabit a role in this very special way. And it was just so fun to see you flow.
For Harcourt, her relationship with Adebayo, this new member of the team that's coming in and that Harcourt does not trust.
Not just thrown in, you know what I'm saying?
It was something really unexpected for me when I met Danielle, and I literally could not hate her. Like, she is just she's the most lovable, warm, wonderful person.
The sisterhood of Harcourt and Adebayo is a wonderful thing to see.
It feels like that's part of, sorry, James.
No, go ahead, Chuck.
The first day we shot, at least I shot in John Cena's trailer, and it was the scene where we all, the team, meet John Cena. And Danielle, you made her continuously improvise, being nervous, and she would, I mean, that improvisation there were tears running down people's eyes, and it went on, and Danielle was put on the spot, and the things that were coming out of her, and to the point where off camera, Steve Agee just had to get his camera out and film it.
I was just gonna say, it reminds me of how often working with Steve, you'd be in a scene and you'd look over behind the camera and there's Agee filming you.
This is like my first day with the cast, like all the cast too, and Steve Agee is recording. Everybody's laughing. John Cena's holding character, so he's making me nervous. Everything, it was crazy, but it was one of the things I will never, ever, ever forget.
It's okay if you do forget it because I have it all on video.
I freaking love everything about your 6'7" self, however tall you are.
That's all right.
Freddie was such a warm spirit to come into the space as well. Like, you know, even though he was new, he jumped right in fearlessly and worked with us. And Jacuti is the real deal from day one. You're just like, oh my gosh, he elevated all of us to bring our best. So it's been really great getting to work with everybody. And you just really made a girl's dream come true to get to tell this story with you all. And this is not a world that a person like me normally gets to be a part of at all. To have the action portion and also the depth of a person, I am so thankful for you.
I love you. I just think you're the greatest. Although, you know, I'm surprised you did give Chuck so many, compliments, because you would often come over to me and say, I was supposed to tell Chuck to watch you to see how it's done.
Oh, yeah. Everybody had to get on my level.
James, I remember you said to me on set one day that only Eagly competed with Chuck in terms of being a really great actor. You said that was the only one.
I think we have not brought up Eagly, who, of course, steals the show.
He's Peacemaker's pet eagle, and he's Peacemaker's best friend. As a dowel with some green tape on it, Eagly stole the show.
Yeah, that's true.
I also got to say that this is probably the third or fourth thing I've worked with James on, and I've never seen him more giddy working on something in my entire life. I mean, there was one night we were shooting and the whole time, it was like 3 a.m. and James is just running around laughing like a maniac. And he kept saying, I can't believe they're letting me shoot this.
Yeah. That's the happiest night of my life. I'm like, that was Warner Brothers' funeral that they let me do that. We'll see.
I have one. I mean, this is, I believe, the only show that has John Cena dancing for 4 minutes in his tighty whities to the choir boys. I don't believe there's ever been a show that offers that up.
The memorable tighty whities.
Okay, so we're going to be taking some questions from the fans. These came from Instagram and Twitter. So at Remy.c.l asked, was there any characters you wanted to put in Peacemaker but couldn't? I guess that's a question to me. The answer is no. I got to put it in every character I wanted to. For John Cena, at Popsignite asks, what was the most difficult part of becoming Peacemaker?
I think it was just getting comfortable being a super asshole. I'm normally just a normal asshole. And I think just being a high-octane asshole was probably the most difficult part.
Was that really difficult? Because it seemed to come to you pretty easily. Okay, here's a big question. I guess we can throw this to Matt and Peter. What can we expect for the show? Ask at MagicCM1210.
Well, I mean, I think what we can expect is a truly original superhero show. James wrote all 8 episodes. He directed 5 of the 8.
Thank you.
And it's just got that unique tone that James brings to all the content that he creates. So I think it's something pretty special.
Yeah, I would also just add to that with the action and the spectacle and the emotion and the comedy is also like this workplace comedy at the center of it. About all of these characters that kind of come together. It's like The Office as a superhero show.
With more people getting shot in the face than in the office.
Occasionally, yeah.
So, at Smrooty Animal asks, is Peacemaker going to go through a journey of changing from a jerk to a lovable hero in the series? Or will he remain that crazy, not to be trusted liberator? That's kind of a spoiler.
I was going to say, questions that can't be answered. That's perfect. It's right up my alley. We just can't give anything away. You'll have to watch and see on HBO Max.
What about the rest of you? What did you feel about, seeing Peacemaker's journey on this show?
Can't really say much. So I just, there's definitely great character arcs that you will thoroughly enjoy as an audience.
You root for him regardless of his past, and you hope that he will change. And I just thought that was such an interesting thing to explore with the series.
I think one of the interesting things about Adebayo and Peacemaker is that on paper, they seem very different. They seem like polar opposites, but they actually have a ton of things in common. And one of the things that they're both dealing with is loyalty versus morality and not disappointing people that mean the most to them and finding the beauty in each other, even though their worlds are completely different. So that was a lot of fun to play with and definitely added to the layers of our 2 characters.
That's extremely well said.
She's the only one he gets along with.
I'm just saying,
She's the only one that thinks he's funny. She laughs at him. She blows off the stuff that he says it's stupid and realize he's an ignorant asshole. And that to me is really special because it is so much of what the show is about.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this crew. Because no one came in with an ego. Nobody came in with a chip on their shoulder, but everyone comes in with a history, with something to offer, with a set of skills, and it's a bold step. You're James, you're taking a step into trying to grow the genre, and we're going to do it with 8 episodes, and hopefully we have more. But everyone has their moment, and that certainly comes from your writing.
Really quickly, there was a sense of, we're going to have fun doing this, so that really helped. And that came top down. The shit rolls downhill,
It's been such a great experience. And such a fun, massive experiment that, I just can't wait to share it with the fans, DC fans and just fans in general.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, everybody, for giving us all so much time. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody's well, and I hope to see everybody soon.
Good to see
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Miss you.
Bye-bye.
Miss you all. Oh, man, thank you guys so much for all your questions. I'm stoked to see that you guys are so excited about the series, almost as excited as I am. I know I had a great time. I hope you guys did. But before we let you go, I have a little surprise for you. It's an exclusive, never-before-seen first look at a Peacemaker teaser.
Jamil, you cool?
What does that mean?
Truth is, I'm supposed to be in prison.
For what?
Superhero stuff.
What superhero are you?
Peacemaker.
Get out of here! There's no superhero called Peacemaker!
Dude, I'm famous.
You're a born killer with expertise in every weapon known to humankind. I'm giving you the chance to stay out of prison and work for me.
Kill people.
Bad people.
This is Harcourt. Be a handler in the field. John Economist, Tech and Tactics. And this is our new recruit, Adebayo.
You don't have to shoot people after you already killed them.
Right. Who's the guy that's peeking out behind the trash can?
Vigilantes, trying to be helpful.
Our first target is Senator Royland Goff. Goff may be traveling with his family.
Are you sure those two kids came out of those parents? That's an attractive couple, and that one looks like it came out of them, but the other one looks like a butt baby.
A butt baby.
Yeah, my older brother told me there's two types of babies. One that comes out normal, and then butt babies. Worse in every way, they come out of a woman's butt. No, I believed I was a butt baby until I was like 14.
That explains a lot. There's something about him that's sad.
Hey, Dad.
How did my sperm go into a Nancy boy like you?
No, lately I'm just thinking of a maniac.
No! No!
That's because we're born killers. What separates us from other killers is we only kill bad people. Usually. Unless there's a mistake.
You use being a jerk as a way to push people away.
You suck at PowerPoint!
But if you would just drop that, people actually might like you.
Do you really wanna taste it?